So I've been kind of going on a little bit of a spell spree with these new spells dropped in the new DLC, and honestly, they are all absolutely amazing. They're not really overpowered, but not trash either. I think they fit extremely well into this Soul series, unlike some of these new Ashes of War. But there's one spell that feels like it should have just been a part of the base game because it fits insanely well pairing with a couple of the old sword sorceries. And this specific spell is called Miriam's Vanishing. This spell causes a user to go invisible and basically teleport a very short distance, which at first you're like, wow, this is dog water. But let me explain to you why exactly that's just not entirely true. But before we get into that, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, then I'm going to hunt you down and eat your firstborn child. Thanks. Anyways, back to what makes this spell so damn unique. We went over the whole tiny few foot teleport, right? Well, whenever you do teleport, it actually unlocks your opponent from you, causing them to get a little bit disoriented, especially if you teleport behind them. They're already starting off like a huge, massive confusion. And then after the confusion, then comes even more confusion, as you can cast a spell as you are starting to reform into your physical form after the teleport itself, allowing you to teleport into mix-ups of different spells to try and catch your opponent on their reactions. Of course, I use all of the blade type of spells as you're up close and personal with your opponent most of the time with these spells. It just makes more sense and has more options for mix-ups. You can vanish into Carrion Slicer for that fast, instant attacks that they may not be expecting. Then once they see you do that, and they are expecting you to attack after the vanish with very fast swings, you may end up seeing them instantly spam dodge to get away from your teleport, allowing you to use something like the Carrion Piercer, which has more range and a longer hitbox, to be able to catch them in their panic rolls and hit them with massive amount of damage. I then even use the Adula's Moonblade for further mix-ups, since it kinda changes the tempo of attacks so they never know which one is coming out. On top of that, some players may just try and run away from your vanish, and this spell usually catches them from afar with its projectile that it actually shoots out towards them. In my opinion, this is probably the best spell in your arsenal of all the blades, as the range tends to constantly catch people off guard. I also found out that the new spell Vortex of Putrescence works extremely well with this vanish. Players may try and spam roll around you whenever you vanish at them, or even just think that they're going to do one of your certain carrion blade attacks. Then you pull out this full 360 firing attack that almost always mixes them up. This is a must use for a build like this in my opinion, as it just works absolutely perfectly with the flow of this build. Now, there are two downsides to this spell, and they're kind of the same thing. You do get iframes during the move, but they're kind of weird. You don't have iframes at all whenever you are visible, or even whenever you're just slightly transparent. You only have iframes to not take any damage whenever you are 100% fully and completely invisible. This then leads to messed up timing, thinking that you're already in an iframe when really your pinky toe is still visible, so they're able to actually hit you. And same with whenever you're coming out of the vanish. The second a single pixel of you is visible is whenever you're able to start taking damage. So then some players will just sit there, and the second you vanish, they will just start swinging their great weapon around, knowing that your little sword isn't going to break their poise. This isn't too hard to counter though, as you can just play like a normal wizard then and stop the vanishing just using your swords alone, and that should honestly just destroy them. Basically, what I'm saying is that vanish is cool, but the counterplay to it is really easy, so just be cautious when using it. Most players don't know how to deal with it yet, so now is kind of the perfect time to abuse it. Once players find out that they can just sit there and spam an attack behind them, then the vanish is gonna kinda just be GG's. Anyways, that's going to do it for me, everyone. Let me know what you guys think about this spell in the comments down below, and don't forget to like the video before I curl your toes back with my tongue. But I'm heading out now, so enjoy the rest of these PvP clips I got for you, and have a good one. Peace.